Hey you lovely lot, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel, Life of Sezzy Bella. Today's video is going to be my, I'm not going to say regrets, but things I didn't really have to purchase for my newborn baby. I hope you enjoyed the video today. Make sure if you do to like and subscribe, and let's get on with the video. So like I said, today's video is going to be a few bits that I wanted to show you if you are an expecting mama or if you've had babies before and you're pregnant now. I thought I would do a video of things that I bought when I was pregnant with Violet that I didn't necessarily have to buy straight away, or things I didn't really need, or things I bought and didn't end up using, as I feel like with all of my babies I learn something new every single time, things that I didn't really need or things I just wanted and didn't really use. But yeah, so let's jump straight into it with number one. So number one is going to be clothes. I am a fashion addict. My girls' wardrobes are absolutely amazing. Even Stan's wardrobe is absolutely amazing. I love buying clothes. I may have a slight issue, we will just never know. But my first, I don't want to say regret because I do love them, but I bought way too much clothes for Violet when I was pregnant with her and when she was first born as well. When I had Stan, I bought mainly sleep suits and vests, and he had a few cute outfits, and because it was our first child and he was a boy, he obviously had some football shirts and shorts as well, because obviously I couldn't really say no to that, could I? But so he hardly had anything. And then when I had Ava, I went above and beyond to get her everything that I could find. It was because she was my first girl. I wanted to dress her up pretty all the time, and she had an amazing wardrobe. Until to this day, she had an amazing wardrobe. Same with Sky as well. When I had Sky, I bought loads of clothes and they just looked amazing all the time. But what I will admit now is when you're going to go and get the immunisations or go and see the health visitor and getting a health check for your baby, having to undress them to get weighed and put all the clothes back on, and if they're having an injection anyway, they're gonna cry and they don't really want to be fiddly faddling with clothes being put on and off. So I will admit, you don't need to buy so many cute outfits. Now, having said that, you're gonna buy some, it's your baby, but I feel like they grow so quickly as well. And some of these things, like this one, I actually found on a company on Instagram. I fell in love with it straight away. I just loved the little daisies. I did get it a little bit bigger than newborn, and she did wear it a few times, but I will admit she mainly lived in sleep suits and bodysuits just because it was easier to change her nappy that way. And if she had to go to the doctors to get an injection or a checkup, I could undress her really quick and put her clothes back on. I could literally just be in and out. So having to put dresses on and tights on and whatever else, cardigan, it does take a bit longer. And if your baby is really upset, they're not going to appreciate all these buttons and zips and stuff. So I do find having sleep suits and vests is so much better than buying loads of clothes. So I would say buy some, because obviously it's your baby, it's your preference, but I wouldn't buy so many because they're gonna be changing, you're gonna be changing nappies like every 2 hours. They're gonna have appointments, they're gonna throw up, and sleep suits are just so much easier to get off. So while I will say clothes is, you don't need to buy that many, probably none at all, just the sleep suits and vests. I would invest in loads and loads of sleep suits and vests because you will be changing all the time. There will be vomit, there will be explosive poos. If you are watching my video now and you are a parent, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They go toilet all the time, and the poos can just be absolutely outrageous and just go through nappies onto clothes, and oh my god, yeah, you're going to need to replace the vests and sleep suits quite a lot. So yeah, definitely invest in sleep suits and vests and not so much on the clothes. But I have kept some of her baby clothes when she was first born, because I like to keep something from all of them from when they were babies, so when I'm an old granny I can look back and like, oh my god, they were so tiny. So yeah, Not so many going out clothes, more sleep suits and vests. My next thing I regret buying is dummies. Now, Stan never had a dummy, Ava had a dummy, and Sky did have a dummy, and I bought dummies because I thought, you know, she might want them and it might help as well with soothing her. But from the get-go, she did not like dummies whatsoever. She couldn't suck them properly. They just kept falling out. She preferred to comfort herself on my boob instead, or just being cuddled. Dummies were a complete waste of time. I did invest in these dummies, which are made for breastfeeding dummies. It's supposed to be more like a nipple. I don't see how, because mine doesn't look like that, but they're supposed to be better for breastfed babies. But she didn't like these as well. It didn't soothe it, it didn't help at night time. It, you know, it was better her being on me would make her feel better. Dummies, I feel like it's a really sort of controversial topic. Like, you either love them or you hate them. Stan hated them, Ava loved them, maybe loved them a bit too much because she had them forever and it was a complete mission to get her off them. Sky was really easy to wean off them, which thank God, because I didn't want to have to go through that all over again. But Violet didn't like them. Am I happy she didn't like them? Probably, because it can be a bit of trouble getting them off them again. But like I said, I did get quite a lot. I even got more. It's just what I can find in the house that I need to throw. I actually did have quite a lot, but like I said from the get-go, she did not like them whatsoever. So do I recommend getting them? It's up to you at the end of the day. If you do want to get them, they might help with your baby. From my experience, I had 2 that liked them and 2 that didn't, so it's sort of like down the middle for me. But if I was to have a 5th one, will I not? I don't know, but I don't think I would get them again. I think it's better. I personally prefer to soothe them in a different way than rather having a dummy, in case they get too addicted to dummies and they don't want to give them up in the end. So definitely my next thing that I regret buying or shouldn't have bought is dummies. Okay guys, so my next thing that I'm gonna say I don't regret getting them, but I didn't need to get so much, is baby bottles. Violet from the get-go was a breastfed baby. She latched on really well. We are still breastfeeding now. She is now 11 months and we are still breastfeeding. We're still going strong. I do have an end date in mind when we're going to stop, but she has been absolutely amazing breastfeeding wise. It has been honestly the best experience ever. But having said that, when I was pregnant, I wasn't like, yeah, I'm going to breastfeed. It was, I just bought the bottles and the formula, and obviously I had the breastfeeding in mind as well. I did get like a pack of bottles, so we got small ones and we got the big ones. We didn't really use them because we were breastfeeding. I was at the beginning doing formula as well because I felt like she wasn't getting enough breast milk. I just didn't feel like I was producing enough. So like I said, the bottles wasn't a complete regret, but I feel like I got way too many. Like, I've got 3 in my hands right now. I can honestly say I think we had about 20 bottles, which they never all got used at once. But like, they are really good value for money. Like, you can get a pack for like, I think it was like £17. Tommy Tippy ones are my absolutely must-have ones if you are looking for bottles. But I feel like we did get way too many bottles as she was breastfeeding. We didn't use them that much. But I did pump as well. I did have an electric pump. So my partner could feed her and Stan wanted to feed her as well. So in that sense, I don't regret getting the bottle so much, but it was more like I got too many, and then the older she got, we were more breastfeeding than formula, and then it was like no formula, just breastfeeding, and then now it's gone back to breastfeeding and 1 formula, because we are easing the breastfeeding now. But so I've just got like the big bottles now. I think I've got like 3 or 4 in the kitchen. I honestly don't need that many. And she is on a beaker now as well, which I'm so happy about, and a zippy cup. But bottles, definitely, I didn't need to buy so many. And if you are thinking of formula feeding, I wouldn't say get loads and loads of bottles. Can you hear Violet? She's playing with Daddy in the background. I wouldn't recommend getting so many bottles, but yeah, and if you are breastfeeding but wanting to pump as well, maybe just a few bottles. I honestly think you don't need too many. And with the small ones as well, I recommend getting the bigger ones because you can put what's in the small one, and obviously it's bigger, so you could, as they grow, you can put more in it, so maybe not so much the small ones. And with the Tommee Tippee ones as well, they do different teats. They've got a 1 and a 2 teat, so the hole gets bigger. And I know with the set it came with 2 ones and the rest was 1, so you could just use the big ones but put the number 1 on it. But yeah, that would be my next one that I shouldn't have got too many of, so not a regret, but I did definitely get way too many bottles. Now my next one sort of goes with the bottles, and it is my Tommee Tippee warmer for the bottles. Now, I didn't use this at all. Like, I've still got the box and everything. I think I literally bought it when I was pregnant with the bottles so I could heat the bottle up, and obviously you could heat baby food up in it as well. I can honestly say to this day I've never ever used it. I think it was like about £25–30 from Mamas and Papas. I think I got it, Tommee Tippee, Mamas and Papas. I never ever used it. It is really good if you are gonna formula feed, or if you need to heat baby food up, but I can honestly say I've never used it. It was a complete waste of money. It is a really good product to have if you are going to use it. We are on our weaning journey now, and I still have not had to use it. Jars I have literally heated up in a cup of water, or if she's had pouches I haven't had to heat that up. And obviously she's getting older now, so she's having more what her brother and sisters are having, and I'm just purifying it, making it so it's still got lumps but not too lumpy, so she can chew it and swallow. But yeah, never ever used this. Don't think I ever will. Will I keep it? Probably not. I have got quite a few things that I can sell on eBay or give. I think I might do like a little thing on my Instagram of products that I've never ever used, if anyone is looking to buy something. So if you are pregnant or looking for something, go onto my Instagram, SezzyBella92, and I will have a few of these things on my stories if you are looking to get a cheeky discount on things that you might need. It's absolutely brand new, still got the box and everything. Never ever used it, but I think if it's something that you are interested in, I would recommend getting these ones, because I obviously wanted to have it for heating up food and milk, but it just never ended up getting used. So that will be my next regret of buying. My next thing is in a box as well. So like I said, I am breastfeeding and I had an electric pump. I bought a manual one as well, both Tommee Tippee. You can tell I'm a big Tommee Tippee fan. This one is a manual one. It has been opened up, but as you can see, it's still in the packaging, as I have never ever used it. So what I would do, I would feed Violet on one boob, and then I would express on the other boob, just so I could put it in the fridge for to be used at a later date, so my partner could feed her. But I had the electric one. I'm not too sure why I bought a manual one as well. But it has never ever been used. I did do a quick question on my Instagram if they thought electric or manual was better, and electric I think won, but I thought manual would have been easier to use while I was feeding her. But I stuck with the electric one. It was absolutely amazing. It was a Tommee Tippee one as well. It's actually the one that goes with this, but obviously it's just got the motor to make it an electrical one. I got this one from Morrison's, I think for like £10–15, but I've literally just like never used it. I've never had to get it out the box or anything. I think I had this one when I was pregnant with Ava, as I didn't discover electric ones yet. And it was good then, but I felt like the electric one worked better in the sense it got more milk out. The suction, you could choose different levels that you wanted, and obviously with this one you're squeezing the handle down, so it can only go at one level. Even with the electric pump, I did use it, but I didn't use it enough to say yeah I really needed it, because I more just fed her myself. Since Violet has been born, I think haven't expressed that much. It's more just me feeding her. I think I've only really expressed if I felt like my boobs were still full, or if I wanted the hubby to feed her to give me a night off. But this one, Tommee Tippee manual one, I have never ever used it. It was a waste of money, to be honest. I did have an electric one, and I would recommend an electric one. But having said that, having a baby, I wouldn't start pumping straight away. I would wait for your milk supply to kick in. I would just try, if you are going to breastfeed, just putting baby on you. But obviously, as baby gets older, and you want to express the other boob, I would 100% recommend getting an electric one. Manual one, not so much. So definitely, I would say this is a regret. Alright, lovelies, so this is my last purchase that, like I said with the bottles, it has been used but not much because she was breastfed. It is my sterilizer. It is an amazing sterilizer. It is also Tommy Tippy. I feel like I'm trying to sell you all Tommy Tippy bits. This came as like a gift pack sort of thing, so it came with like 4 big bottles and 4 small ones, and actually 2 of these clear dummies came with it. I have got a bit of attachment to these, by the way, because this was Stan's one when I tried to give him a dummy, and it was Ava's favourite one, so I think I might keep one just for like memory's sake. But yeah, anyway, it is my sterilizer. Like I said, she was a almost pure breastfed baby, so a sterilizer wasn't really needed as it didn't really feed her that much formula. But having said that, she did have a formula bit at the beginning, and obviously you do need to sterilize your bottle, so in that sense it wasn't a waste of money because it did get used a little bit, but it was quite an expensive sterilizer, I think, because it was a pack. I think we actually got it on sale as well, to be honest. I think we just saw it in Mums and Papas and we saw it on sale, and like, yeah, we need to get it now. I think I got it for 50, so God knows how much it was full price, but it was a good set. It also comes with a cleaning brush as well for your bottles. Like I said, it didn't get used that much, but definitely I should have got a cheaper one because I didn't formula feed that much, so I didn't really need to get like an over-the-top sterilizer. But if you do want an over-the-top sterilizer and you are going to formula feed, this is a really good one. You literally put you don't have to use sterilizing tablets for this one. You put the water in and you press the, I think it's like a play button, and it takes like 3 minutes to sterilize. And then I did like a hand wash. I hand wash my bottles, then I sterilize them, and then I give them a quick wash again because I'm a bit of an OCD freak and I do that. But they do clean them really well, and you don't actually need to use sterilizing tablets for this. I did use the sterilizing liquid for a little bit, but it does say in the instructions you don't need it. It's just put the water in and it does everything for you. So in that sense it is a really good sterilizer, but definitely something that I didn't really have to get, and I should have got a cheaper one, to be honest with you. So definitely not a regret. Should have got a cheaper one, but it is a really good one if you are looking for a sterilizer. It is still in Mums and Papas now, and I would recommend it if you are looking for a really good sterilizer. And that, my lovelies, is going to be the end of my video today. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope it was useful in the sense of things that maybe you can have a rethink about, or things that you might not necessarily need. Obviously everyone's different, everyone wants to get what they think their baby needs, so this video is not to tell you what you should and shouldn't get. It's just from my experience of having 4 kids and things that I probably shouldn't have got. If I have a 5th one, will I still probably buy clothes? I'm not gonna lie, I probably will still buy a few, but I will rethink things like bottles and dummies and things like that. But yeah, what is your things that you think you didn't really need to buy in the end? I would love to hear it. Put it in my comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video today. Make sure if you do, big thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.